Hello and welcome to Palmerston North, Day 3 of the 2020 Secondary Schools Girls Central Invitational Tournament, coming to you from Central Energy Trust Arena here in Palmerston North. Hello wherever you may be watching. Sky Sport Next, great to have you with us. Justin Nelson and Stacey Lambert with you, and it is finals day. Day 3 is all about finals. Bright early start, but we're back into it, and we have an interesting battle coming up. Things are going to be hot today. We expect to have some close contests right throughout the day. Last night's game was just a prelude of what is to come on finals day, and it's going to start with a clash between the third-placed Wellington East Girls College from Pool B up against the fourth-placed Sacred Heart College Lower Hutt from Pool A. And there's a little bit of history between these two teams, which we'll talk about in just a moment. But let's have a look at what's coming up today, because it gets better as the day rolls on. So the morning game, that 8 a.m. start, we're here, we're ready to go. Wellington East up against Sacred Heart College Lower Hutt. And then at 9:45, it is Sacred Heart New Plymouth. They finished second in Pool A. They take on Mount Maunganui, who finished first in Pool B. Our televised game, our broadcast game at 9:45 is St Peters and Rotorua. So they're going to be playing on opposite courts. St Peters, who finished first atop their pool, and Rotorua second in Pool B. That'll be the game that we're covering at 9:45. At 3 p.m. this afternoon, the two losers of those semi-finals will play off for third. And then, of course, at 4:45, the two winners of those semi-finals at 9:45, they play off for the title. So the top four, what we're looking at as we go through the day: Sacred Heart New Plymouth, Mount Maunganui, St Peters and Rotorua. They're the teams that have made it through. But right now, we're going to be concentrating on the teams playing off for those positions of 5 through to 8. And it's Wellington East up against Sacred Heart College Lower Hutt. And they do have some history. Stacey Lambert joins me. These two teams know each other quite well. Stacey, good morning.
Atamari and Justin. Good to be here again on another brisk Palmerston North morning. Yeah, these guys have got some history. Just recently they met each other in the finals in the local Wellington competition, and in that instance Wellington East girls came out on top. So without a doubt today Coach Nixon Pennies and his team will be looking to get on the other end of that win for this game today.
Well, there's the Wellington East team. Let's have a look at them. We saw them play yesterday. A lot of fun to watch. Just a short rotation, but an exciting game to watch. Tabor. Now, Rangi Tawera won't be playing. Prescott, Ross, Simi, Curtis, Thompson, Laulu, Tate Jones, Mercury and Patea. We chatted with Chloe Mercury after yesterday's game. Wonderful young lady, so articulate and spoke so well. And did it all with the composure of having her entire team standing there cheering her on. So it was great to talk to Chloe. That's the Wellington East lineup. As I said, they were fun to watch yesterday. They can play. They're going to push the ball as much as they possibly can, so look out for them. They get up and down the floor very, very quickly. Sacred Heart College, Lower Hutt, Kennedy, Lau, Buot, Davey, Romero, Haraki, Mackenzie, Apaneru, Patea, Tabusi, Nanai, Leota. That's the Sacred Heart College Lower Hutt lineup. Nixon Panisi is the head coach. What are your thoughts here? As you said, these two teams know each other quite well. It's going to be an interesting matchup. Wellington East, we saw yesterday, they will play hard and fast. They'll push the ball and they'll go, go, go. They haven't got a lot of height, but gee, they play with a lot of pressure. Haven't seen Sacred Heart College Lower Hutt so far. What can you tell us, Stacey?
Yeah, I've seen Sacred Heart College Lower Hutt play. They play with so much energy. They've really almost got a sixth player with their bench. They're just so supportive. And it's all part of what Nixon Pennies is trying to do with his team. And
that's what you need at 8 a.m. in the morning.
Yeah, absolutely.
Wake us all up. So we expect to see both teams going hard at this, and this is for 5th to 8th. So even though they haven't made the top 4, and Wellington East only just missed out, by the way, too, in their big game last night against Rotorua. I think it was only, what, 4 or 5 points? Very, very close. So they're coming in with some good form, but we're expecting this to be a very quick and fast game. Who are you going for?
Look, I think both of these teams are unlucky not to be in that top 4. I think I'm going to go with Sacred Heart, Lower Hutt on this one, with a little bit more depth on the bench, and maybe a little bit more hungry to come back from their loss from their local competition.
Out they come, Lower Hutt. Sacred Heart College, Lower Hutt, in the red and true to form. Every player's hair covering their number on the back of their singlet. We see that in every game. Anyway, we're up and going. Bright early start in Palmerston North this morning. Hope you're well. Sacred Heart College, Lower Hutt are in the red, and Wellington East Girls College are in the yellow as they come forward through Thompson. Laulu draws the foul.
I think Sacred Heart will be looking to Jordana Davey, number 7. She's got some great post moves, and straight away there, open at the top of the keyhole, not afraid to let it go.
Now, this young lady here, Hinatakawa Thompson Laulu, very impressive yesterday. Played a great game and straight back into it this morning, and right where she left off, 2 from 2 from the foul line, and I think we're going to see a lot of her in this game this morning as Sacred Heart going forward, looking to get their first points of the game. Good setup, out to the corner for 3, long shot from Romero, didn't drop for her. Tate Jones landed some big blows yesterday, Tate Jones. Will shoot if left open. Patia. Speaking of big shots, that one may be a little bit ambitious from Thompson Laulu.
So Wellington East just extending a little bit of pressure early.
They did that yesterday, Stacey. So it's certainly a part of their game plan. Davey sends the ball out to the wing. Romero now inside, getting it back was Abuot, and there's the first points for Sacred Heart. And they come with the pressure now, Stacey, up the floor. So both teams adopting that philosophy from the start, and it worked. Turnover, and here come the team in red, 3 on 2. So Hui Lolo with the shot in the end, bounced out. Off the wing for 3, good. Romero looking very capable at distance. And that may have been, no, it was a 3-pointer. Just checking the scoreboard there. 5-2 lead to Sacred Heart, good start.
Well, already I love the pace of the start of the game here. Great good pass round to the wing to the open 3.
Well done to find the open player. Now we've got to stop here. I think this will just be a shot clock correction. Nothing too major. Good to see some people in early. It is a little brisk outside this morning. Does that mean it's a good day coming in Palmerston North today? Here's Romero again with a long look at a 3. Surely it's going to be a nice day today. Weather's been superb. Nice drive to the basket, Caitlin Curtis. She'll go to the line for 2.
You must have heard of that famous band in New Zealand that Australians try and claim as their own, as Crowded House. And
Dragon, Crowded House, we claim them all.
4 seasons in one day.
We let you have Dave Dobbin. You can keep him. You're right. Very similar to my former home city, Melbourne. That is 4 seasons in one day. Nothing like a summer's day where it drops 20 degrees in an hour. Quite incredible. Been beautiful up here in Palmerston North. It's just been terrific to see the teams walking around together, enjoying some time together, back in action, back playing basketball, the game they love. Smiles on their faces. Sacred Heart looking to add to this early lead. Turnaround jumper came from Davey. Out of play.
Great pass from Rimuera there on the baseline. A couple of times she's got onto the baseline, stride stopped, pump faked, got everyone in the air and just looked to drop it off to the next open person.
Being very active early. There's Davey. Is there a foul there? Yes. And Jayadorna Davey will go to the line for a couple of shots. We've been talking the last couple of days about the forwards, the players that do spend a lot of time near the basket, although Davey's already proven early in this game that she doesn't mind shooting from range, but just the importance of foul shooting, because the forwards and the centres, they do get to spend a fair bit of time at the foul line, just through being under the basket and being fouled on shots. Just that importance of being able to capitalise at the foul line. Those points obviously very, very important as the games go. And Ross Simi with a 3 on that occasion, ties it up at 5 apiece. But it is an art, isn't it? It's a craft.
It is, and you think it should be the easiest shot of the game, but it's really quite a psychological challenge standing up there, having such a wide open free shot.
Rahui Laulau fouled on a good drive to the basket. And people at home may be able to see what I've been talking about the last couple of days. Quite often we see a number of these players for the first time at Nationals. And that shot right there, that's a good indication of the fact that numbers on the back of singlets mean nothing sometimes. You just don't see them.
That's a good indication also of how tight this team, this Sacred Heart College team is. Every free throw, they're in their huddling, they're talking, communicating, working out the next defensive strategy, the next defensive stop.
Mercury to Ross Simi. Thompson Laulu, now Patia. Played a big second half yesterday, Phoenix Patia. This is another long shot from Ross Simi. Came up short. Rumera has started well in this game, looking to find some space, getting some screens from Apaneru. Receives it now in the post. One dribble back out. Rumera for the 3. Just off. Quick rebound away. Thompson. Laulu. Pull up. That's a nice shot. Excellent execution. 7-5. Never looked like missing. Doesn't that make you jealous, Stacey?
Beautiful left-handed shot, wasn't it? Don't you think left-handers just always seem to look so much nicer when they're shooting?
You're not a lefty, are you?
No.
And in strong again. Hinatakawa, Thompson, Laulu. We've seen that right across this tournament. And once more, she'll head back to the foul line. Now, speaking of execution on free throws, watch the technique here from Hinatakawa. Very clinical. That's 3 from 3 so far to start this game. Talk us through this technique.
Looks nice. The ball's under above her elbow, or elbow's underneath the ball. Just coming through with a nice follow through, beautiful backspin. Dead straight. Didn't hit the rim at all on either shot.
4 from 4 from the foul line so far for Thompson Laulu. Romera has started nicely in this game, hasn't she? Tia Calais Romera.
Very composed with the ball. Surveying her options.
Patia just backs it out, looking for some space. Thompson Laulu calling for a screen, wanting some space, goes on that left, drives hard, up and over on that occasion. Romera straight back the other way. Again, backing out, just trying to create some space for Davey off the glass. Can't finish. Thompson Laulu again with the rebound to Patia. These two teams just starting to find their way through. It's an early start on day 3. Patia, shot clock counting down, goes with the long step back 3. How's that? That'll wake you up.
I was just about to comment on how extended out the defense is, even on the help side, and I can see why. Both teams are respecting the 3-point shot here.
That was a lovely shot, Phoenix Patea.
That leaves a lot of space for people to drive the ball into the keyhole.
Out to a 5-point lead now, midway through the first. Let's have a look at this shot from Patea. Watch this, on the step back. Well, that's just textbook, that is.
Little hesitation into a crossover, then into the step back. Wow.
Wish I could shoot like that.
I wish I could do moves like that.
On the drive, strong, taking contact and finishing. Janina Buot. Nice basket, quick transition, back the other way and rolling out for Ross Simi. We did say before the game, Wellington East like to push the ball.
All that space in there.
And Rodamera was definitely looking for it too. Goes out to the corner. Ball short. Reverse layup underneath. Janina Buot, another 2 points. She'll go to the line for a bonus. Wellington East remind me of a team I used to watch play back home, and their coach had this special offense, and it was called the 7-second offense. Just get the ball up and get a shot off within the first 7 seconds. That's what the offense was. It was go, go, go. You've got 7 seconds to get it from one end to the other and get a shot up. That's our offense. And off they go again.
And here we go.
That is the 7-second offense right there. As Tate Jones misses from underneath. It is. Buot, Rodamera. Swinging the ball. Oh, inside. Tapusi unable to take it, but right there to finish off Janina Buot. And she all of a sudden has become an influential figure in this game in the last minute or 2.
Yeah.
Sacred Heart to a point up now. A run of 3 baskets. Patea can shoot, we know that. She goes again, and gee, that was down. That was as good as in before it bobbled out.
You'd have to say Sacred Heart got to be feeling rather fortunate in the last few defensive flops.
Clear foul on that occasion against Isabella Tate-Jones. And Rahui Laulau will go to the line for the 2 shots.
And with 2 minutes, just under 3 minutes to go, with Wellington East will now be in the bonus. So any fouls, any times that they foul will automatically mean that Sacred Heart will go to the line and shoot free throws.
Rahui Laulau makes the first. Again, impressive technique. That one just rolling out. May get an extra shot here, though, for a lane violation. She will. Have you been impressed with the play over the last few days?
Oh, absolutely.
Because you certainly couldn't blame teams for being a bit scratchy, given the stop-start nature of 2020.
Look, anytime you come to a tournament, like you've seen a lot of games not go the way you thought it would. I guess when you've got young athletes, the mental preparation is perhaps not yet developed. And you can see teams, for example, Napier, they were one game where they lost to Rotorua badly and came out and almost beat Mount Maunganui last night.
Ross Simi for a big 3, and back they come again. Wellington East, here she is once more, just nailed one from there, this time on the drive, she's fouled. Nice, strong drive on the left, rewarded with a trip to the foul line. Here's that 3 from Ross Simi, just balanced, nice in the corner. And then next time down the floor, changes it up, puts it on the floor and gets to the rack.
She's been very aggressive offensively.
Amari Wikitoria Ross Simi. Hope I've pronounced that right. I do try. yesterday's game featuring Wellington East. As I said, I spoke to Chloe Mercury after the game in an interview. Very eloquent and well-spoken young lady, and all her answers. I mentioned to you yesterday, Stacey, that I'm just starting the journey of learning Toreo, and all of her answers were in Toreo. And then what was really appreciative is she then spoke through those same answers in English, and it gives you a really good perspective when you hear, for a person who's learning and just starting off on that journey, it's fascinating and a really good perspective to hear that the two conversions.
Yeah. Oh, what an amazing role model to be confident to speak in Te Reo.
I did ask her, by the way, given that we're both based in Wellington, if she would be my good basket there, if she'd be my tutor. I think she might get a little bit frustrated at times, but she could certainly teach me, there's no doubt about that. Wellington East on a bit of a run here at the moment. It's a seesawing first quarter as we head to the final minute. An enjoyable game to watch. Patia hands it off. Tate Jones now on the floor. And they pull it back out. Oh, trying to find a way through was Tate Jones. Back the other way. Udamera stopped in her tracks. Just seeing at both ends, players trying to bullet their way through the defense. Hasn't worked. Now they go back to finding some space. Here's Chloe Mercury. Was there a foul there? No. Play allowed to go on. Sacred Heart with the numerical advantage. That was Haraki McKenzie who's onto the floor. Patia, Mercury. The end shot from Rossini comes up short.
Some good defense from both teams in the last few positions.
It's not easy out there, is it?
No. And referees letting them play physical.
How many times would they play each other in a normal season? We'll come to that in a moment. We're inside the last 10 seconds here of the first quarter, and Patia nearly with the steal. Oh, that's a big shot to finish the first quarter off.
And she nonchalantly walks back to halfway like nothing happened.
Sure.
We get a little smile from her right now.
Sure, Dana Davey. We spoke about Davey before, the fact that the forward didn't mind the outside shot. Well, that's as outside as it gets. Let's have a look at this. What a way to tie it up at 20 apiece. Here's Davey. Has it knocked out of her hand by Patia. She's just inside the centre circle there. Bang. Gotta love that.
Gotta love this game.
Actually, we'll have a look at that again. If you could have been forgiven. I've lost the ball. They're going to get a score here. No, goes back and gets it. Have a look at that. There's a lot of players running around that would have given up on that. What a way to finish the first quarter. 20 points apiece. Talk us through it, Stacey. That was entertaining.
Well, you've got to be. That's a great first quarter and a great way to finish. I'd have to say that Coach Voldy, Simi, would have to be a little bit unfortunate at the end of that. They could have been up 5. Instead, they're tied up. So almost a 5-point swing around with that steal that could have turned into a layup. That ended up being 3 points for Sacred Heart.
So just to get back to that question, in a normal season, the way the secondary schools competitions work, how many times would these two teams come up against each other? And then obviously if they go to nationals, they could be playing against each other as they have here.
You'd expect to play each other in your local competition probably twice.
Right.
And then if you meet them in the playoffs again, so maybe 3 times. And then you go away to your regional zone qualification tournaments, which I don't think we had this year due to COVID. Then you'd possibly meet them there once or twice again.
Right. So you
and
could
then
literally...
nationals, you could be coming there again. meeting them again.
So you could. It's not out of the. It's not out of the question to come up against each other. 5 times in a year.
Absolutely.
So you do get to know each other's games, and I dare say, I mean, Wellington's a big city, but I was saying yesterday, I find myself walking around bumping into the same faces and, nodding your head to the same people as you walk around the streets of the city. A lot of these players would know each other off the floor as well, wouldn't they?
Yeah, absolutely. And a lot of these players from the teams would be involved in the representative teams.
Right.
For Wellington or Porirua, Hutt Valley, Kapiti even. Yeah, so... And there's also great basketball clubs down in Wellington, and just actually a really awesome centre for a development of basketball, both men and women.
It's a great part of the world, there's no doubt about that. Speaking with Tomai yesterday, when the sun's out, there's nothing better. What a great start for Wellington East in this second quarter, Isabella.
We're getting a show today, aren't we?
Yep, we are. Great start. You wouldn't realise that it's 20 past 8 in the morning. These teams have come out and put on a great show. Third in Pool B, Wellington East. Fourth in Pool A, Sacred Heart of Lower Hutt. Sacred Heart of New Plymouth are through to the top 4 semi-finals. They take on Mount Maunganui at 9:45 this morning. That'll be on the far court. In front of us on Sky Sport Next, we'll have St. Peter's and Rotorua. There's another big three. It is raining threes this morning. We might get another look at that one in a moment. Can't miss. Goal for goal. Rahui Laulau back the other way for Sacred Heart. Impressive. Again, working the arc. Mercury, Tate Jones, Patia. These handoffs. Oh, fake handoff, drive to the basket, swing it out to the corner. Ross Simi couldn't land that one on that occasion.
Coach Valdi, Simi looks like he's talked a little bit about offense, about trying to get a little bit more movement going. Key thing about getting movement going is the defense can't set themselves and be prepared to be in a position to come help on the ball. Keep them occupied off the ball.
Well, they ran that handoff really well yesterday as well. Oh, nice spin by Patia. Out to the corner, Tate Jones. Mercury gets it back. Tate Jones, oh, thought you were going to have another look there. Patia won't say no. Off hands, and Wellington East retain possession. Geez, they're a noisy bunch on the sidelines early in the morning, aren't they? Both teams making plenty of noise. Patia, short corner, in and out. Chance now, Sacred Heart forward. Buot, is there a foul there? No. Off hands, knocked away. And Sacred Heart will bring it in underneath their own basket.
I like the way the referees have been calling. I think a lot of the drives, the dribbler is initiating the contact.
Yep.
Perhaps on the last one there, Ross Simi had her hands in there, was lucky not.
Oh, nice play there. Great work off the baseline for Rahui Laulau to score. Sorry to jump in there. That was a delight to watch, wasn't it?
Love a little back screen.
Again, here's this dribble handoff. Trying to open up some space.
Switching the handoffs.
Ross Simi, good block. And Sacred Heart away. 2-on-1, and they finish. Davey.
Great adjustment on defense from Sacred Heart there. Any of those handoffs now, they're starting to switch them and aggressively.
Game tied up, 26 apiece. Nice drive to the basket, Patia. She'll go to the line for 2. I've really enjoyed watching Phoenix Patia. She's got that ability to really balance from the outside and hit a shot at range, but equally very aggressive, putting the ball on the floor.
I love Justin how she catches the ball.
Yep,
She's
ready to go.
Looking at the hoop.
Yep.
Gave a little jab step and drived hard to the middle, created the contact.
Well, you teach kids from a very young age about triple threat, don't you? And Phoenix Patia is one of the best I've seen in this tournament when it comes to being ready to shoot, being ready to pass, being ready to put the ball on the floor. You watch her game, every time she catches the ball, you make a great point there.
Extending the pressure again.
They're out by 2. How many lead changes have we had? Been a few. Midway through the second, Ramera came up short. Rossimi being busy. Patia again on the move. Looking to create. Tate Jones, Mercury pushing through. Rossimi, step around, lovely, misses. It's a battle. It's a foul. It'll be called on Rossimi.
Great move from Rossimi. Unfortunately, didn't go down off the backboard.
Timeout in this one. 6:11 to go in the half. It's a close one. Let's have a look at what's coming up today. We'll talk you through it. 9:45 this morning. St. Peter's and Rotorua will be our game. At the same time on the opposite court, Sacred Heart New Plymouth taking on Mount Maunganui. So they're the top 4 teams in action, all at 9:45. We've got St. Peter's and Rotorua. St. Peter's last night came from, and then we've got the third place and grand final later this afternoon. St. Peter's last night were down by, I think it was 23 points with about 3 minutes to play in the third quarter against Sacred Heart New Plymouth.
That was about the time I left the game.
It was an unbelievable comeback. Unbelievable comeback. I think they got up by 2 in the end last night. A 20-2 run at one stage in the last quarter. It's just an incredible comeback. Gee, it was good to watch.
Look, I actually went back to the motel with the coach of the Mount Maunganui team, Robert Tuilave, and they were already starting to plan their preparation for the next game.
Thinking they're going to play St. Peter's.
Yeah, and then we quickly had a look at the live stream and it turned around. So that's why we love this game, eh?
It was just so much fun to watch. At one stage, I actually said late in the third quarter, said to Tomai, gee, put the cue in the rack. I'm not suggesting it, I'm just asking the question. Do you actually start to focus on tomorrow? And he said, nah, St. Peter's don't know how to do that. They'll keep going here. And sure enough, they did. It would make for some entertaining viewing in the days and weeks and months ahead. Big three-pointer out of the timeout for Janina Buot. And she has been very influential in this game so far, hasn't she?
Outstanding.
And it's another lead change. Sacred Heart, Lower Hutt regain the lead. Good defense from Haraki McKenzie. Very good. Turnover back the other way. Sacred Heart finding a way through. Rahui Laulau draws the foul. She'll go to the line. No, to be baseline ball, in fact.
Just caught it on the first move on the drive before the spin.
Haraki McKenzie to bring it in. Slaps the ball, looking for that
different out of bounds play that time.
Don't know that they quite got into position. Let's have a look at it here. So 4 high, look for the screen. Maybe Rahui Laulau, the break. Yep, there it is, to the basket. Gets it. Nowhere to go. Turns around, flicks it up on that left. That was a good change of direction there. At first she was looking on the right. Double teamed. Found some space. Back to the left. And finished off the shot. Patia. Thompson Leulu with the shot. A 3-point margin, but as we've seen so far in this game, Stacey, it can change in an instant.
Sacred Heart putting in some solid defensive stops.
Rahui Laulau into Davey, rolls it in. She's been very important in this game so far as well. Not only that big half-court shot on the buzzer at quarter time, but her last couple of baskets, Davey, have been right under the basket. Pressure on Wellington East now, that lead out to 5 for Sacred Heart. Patia trying to find a way through. Again, when she drives, she does it aggressively, hard to defend. Draws another foul.
Really not getting a lot anymore out of these dribble handoffs. Most of the handoffs are coming outside the keyhole. I always try and encourage players, when you dribble the handoff, you're trying to create an advantage for the person you're passing to.
Tate Jones couldn't take the pass from Patia. Back the other way, they're getting a run on here. Buot with another 2. And it's out to 7. That's as big as the margin has been in this game either way. Curtis, Tate Jones, Patia. Needs some space to operate, finds some space. Can't finish. And Sacred Heart just got a nice run on here. There's a nice battle for the ball. Patia in the end. I think the first strip was clean, but then the second effort, that dive, came in over the top of Rahui Laulau, who takes a break.
And we just see Remuera coming back in now, and she's had quite an impact in the first quarter. Had quite a bit of a break. Just look to see if she can continue to keep this drive going.
Horn set up high. Davey from distance comes up short. Yeah, and such was the impact of Remera in the first quarter, to have a break and sit for that long and come back with your team 7 up. So Wellington East with some work to do in the next 3.5. They can't let this game get away from them. They can score quickly, and it usually starts with something from the outside. Let's see what they can do here. Again, the pressure is forcing a lot of fumbles. Long shot, Ross Simi. That'll come up short. And you've got to be impressed right now with the pressure Sacred Heart are applying. Wellington East just can't find a way through right now, can they?
Well, they came out of that timeout, they ran another good play, and they had a couple of good opportunities. They just fumbled the ball, lost the space that they created, and then got late in the shot clock and had to force up a bad one.
Hope you're enjoying the Central Invitational Tournament on Sky Sport Next.
Both teams showing an array of different offences here. Little 1-4 setup that time for Sacred Heart. But again, both teams being let down on their ball handling at the moment, fumbling the balls.
I think a foul was called there on Thompson Laulu just before she broke clear. Timeout is called, 7-point margin. Sacred Heart. It was 20 apiece at quarter time, so a 15-8 run in this second quarter to Sacred Heart. Both of these teams from the Wellington region. There's been a lot of good players to come out of the Wellington region over the years. Some current tall ferns. Stella Beck out of the Wellington region is a leading player for the tall ferns. Very dynamic, versatile guard. Currently plays in the Australian WNBL with the Melbourne Boomers. Stella Beck just flew back over to Australia in the last couple of weeks with Penina Davidson, as those two players head back to the Melbourne-based team for the upcoming Australian Women's National Basketball League. They both play at Melbourne. In fact, there's a few Kiwis there. Kalani Purcell is another, the current captain of the Tall Ferns, and of course the coach of the Sky Sport Tall Ferns, Guy Malloy, is the coach at the Boomers. So some familiar names and familiar territory for the Kiwis over there.
Well, New Zealand's always been the younger, littler cousin to Australia, and Australia's just got some great systems in place where they've got, I mean, I think there must be like over 12 or 15 NBA players now. How many women are playing in the NBA, in the women's NBA?
It has been a little bit different this past year with COVID, obviously. I know Sammy Whitcomb was playing at Seattle. He's going to miss the WNBA playoffs, actually. Sammy Whitcomb has headed back to Australia for the arrival of her first child with her wife, with her partner. So I know Sammy Whitcomb's been playing over there. Ezzy McBeggar, now there's a story. Ezzy Yoda McBeggar, who plays for Seattle Storm, she's in her rookie season. She is another player from the Melbourne Boomers in the WNBA. The young 20, might still be 20, maybe 21, power forward, is a regular player for the Australian Opals and is the star of the future for Australia on the global stage. Ezzy McBeggar, lovely, lovely young lady. I had the good fortune in my previous role to actually recruit her to the Melbourne team and sign her. Now, the interesting backstory behind Ezzy McBeggar, she was born in Wellington.
Wow.
Unclaimed Kiwi.
Wow. Moved
to Australia at a very young age and rose through the ranks. She's about a 6'5" forward centre, and she's about to play in the WNBA finals in America. There you go.
Awesome.
Born and bred in Wellington. Speaking of Wellington, Wellington East with a badly needed basket, reducing that margin to 5. The one that got away, Stacey. The one that got away. Rahui Lau out to Davey. Can make baskets from range. We've seen that. Paniru. Curtis with the rebound. Away they go.
Yeah, and I wonder when we're going to get our next women's WNBA player. I know we had one, Megan Compain.
Yes.
I'm not aware of any others.
Well, probably the most recent foul under the basket on that occasion. Probably the most recent player involved with a WNBA program was Kalani Purcell. Kalani Purcell, straight out of college, went to pre-season camp, went to trials, and was actually one of the last players cut before the start of the season, and that's how she was picked up in the WNBL by the Boomers. They sat and waited and picked up Kalani Purcell. So I'm sure there'll be another one soon. There's that many players, that many talented players coming through the basketball system here. It's only a matter of time before we see some Kiwi flavour back in the WNBA. And wouldn't that be magical, of course? Stephen Adams is flying the flag for New Zealand in the NBA and doing a wonderful job. I think he's just an incredible ambassador for the sport here in New Zealand. For all the rising Kiwis, and I've got no doubt that we'll have the same for girls and women's basketball in the very near future. Stacey.
Seeing that.
Here's Davey at the line. That margin has just stayed at 5 for the last couple of minutes while we've been talking global basketball. One of the great things about the game is it's played in just about every country in the world. There's a lot of opportunity out there. Davey makes both from the line. That lead is back to 7 inside the last minute of the first half. Thompson Laulu has it knocked away. It's been a real arm wrestle the last few minutes. Wellington East just trying to stay in there. Patia, a basket here would be nice. Nice step back. And in the end, it may have just been knocked down out of play off her own body. Turnover.
24 seconds to see if they slow this down so they only take the last shot.
Vermeer
got a pick and roll at the top.
off Davey. Pushes it out to the corner. Hui Lau with the miss, just came up short on that floater.
Perhaps shot that one a little early there. Now give Wellington East a last chance to pull it back.
Inside the last 5 seconds.
Oh.
They will get a shot from the outside. Ross Simi couldn't finish it off. So half-time, and Sacred Heart getting the run in that second quarter with a 17-10 quarter, and they lead this one 37-30. Stacey Lambert, it has been a very entertaining game, but unlike the first quarter, it really tightened up in that second, didn't it?
The defense picked up, didn't it? And really Wellington East struggled to get some good looks at the basket there in the second half of the second quarter.
So half-time here, Sacred Heart, Lower Hutt. 37 leading Wellington East 30. Both teams take a break. Coming up after this one, semi-final. St. Peter's finished top in their pool. They take on Rotorua, who finished second in their pool. And then, of course, this afternoon, the all-important playoff for third. And the grand final coming your way on Sky Sport Next from 4:45. The Central Invitational Tournament from Palmerston North. Hope you're enjoying it. Stick with us. Second half of this one coming up. It's been good. Sacred Heart leading by 7 at half-time over Wellington East. Back with more on the other side of this break.
Tukaha.
It means stand strong. To the great challenges we face.
To stand strong with our brothers and sisters.
With our families and our communities.
With our supporters.
With those who lift us up to take on the world.
It's the name of our haka.
Tāringa whakarongo ki Aomori.
Stand strong.
Stand with us.
Tukaha, New Zealand.
Welcome back to Palmerston North. Great to have you with us on Sky Sport. Next, there's the Wellington East team, down at half-time by 7 with some work to do. Finals have started, day 3. This is the start of the playoffs for 5th through to 8th. Sacred Heart in the red, leading by 7 at the half. Justin Nelson, Stacey Lambert with you. Hope you're well. Good morning right around New Zealand. Fantastic to have basketball back. It's not the traditional secondary school nationals in 2020. Nothing has been traditional or normal in 2020. But there has been a lot of secondary school basketball right across the country over the last few days. And we're at the business end right here in Palmerston North. Stacey, what are the messages at half-time? Seesawing battle in the first half. A lot of lead changes. Sacred Heart just edging clear late in the half and holding firm. They're out by 7. What are the messages at half-time?
Well, I think there's not going to be a lot of, in terms of energy. Both teams are playing with a lot of energy and effort. It's probably going to be more about X's and O's. Probably for Wellington East is how they can continue to get some movement, get a little bit more out of the. They're switching. The other team's switching on a lot of their handoffs and on their on-ball screens.
Got a feeling they're going to come out firing early here. Thompson Laulu with the early look. Second half underway. So the team that wins this, in and out. The team that wins this, if I've got it right, will go into a playoff for 5th spot later today. Nice drive. Did everything but finish there, Thompson Laulu. And the team that doesn't get over the line here will go into the battle for 7th later today. Davey. Foul called in the end against Caitlin Curtis. Just wrapping the arm around. So I'm pretty sure that's how it works out later today. I think I've got that right.
Yep.
Connor O'Fee's the master magician upstairs with the schedule. Lovely basket. How was that? Back to the basket, finger roll over the top by Romero. What a start for Sacred Heart. Curtis running into traffic. In fact, ran into Patia, her own player. Patia now goes to the basket. Curtis gets the rebound. Hits the floor. Players running into everywhere there.
Well, they're doing the right things, Wellington East. The just ball's not dropping.
Apineru couldn't put it away. They got numbers around for the rebound here, though. Sacred Heart. It's a real scrap at the moment. Wellington East, no, they've just got to hang in there. That's a hard pass to take on the run. But a good finish all the same from Thompson Laulu. And if she can get going, we saw yesterday, Hinatakawa Thompson Laulu, she can score very, very quickly. Nice little jumper. That was Peter Apineru.
Second chance shots. Got to box out.
41-32. Patia turnaround jumper. It's a miss.
Again, you can't be unhappy with that shot. That's a good shot.
Ruhui Laulau. Oh, went to hand it off to Davey, I think, there for a minute. Romero from the corner, no. Ruhui Laulau. Shot from deep is good.
Wellington East are looking like they could be in trouble here.
Janina,
Coach Baldy goes and uses one of his timeouts to regather them.
Janina Buot with the big shot. She's played a great game. Oh, they just need one to roll, don't they? Doing the hard work inside. Thompson Laulu draws the foul in the end. They just need one to drop here. Get going again. We saw in the first half, Stacey, that they can score quickly. But at the moment, it's just a bit of a lean spell.
Just checking into the game is Chloe Mercury.
7-2 run so far in the third.
Right, so a different look at the out of bounds play. We've got 3 in a line, one under the basket.
And out of that stack, they're going to have to bring it right up to the top. Patia now. Oh, blocked by Davey. Ball forced back out. Tate Jones for 3, and maybe that's the basket, Stacey. Maybe that's the one that just gets them going. We might have here. I just wonder if we've got a technical foul called. I think we have. Now, it's gone against Sacred Heart. I'm not sure if it was the player or a coach.
I think it was the player. I think it was number 6.
That really came out of nowhere, didn't it? And in fact, Janina Buot's been subbed off now, so maybe that's an indication of what transpired. That came out of nowhere, though. So you can only assume that maybe something was said. I don't know. I'll be honest with you, I was too busy looking at the shot because it was a shot that Wellington East badly needed.
It's brought Wellington East to within 10.
Yep, with that extra opportunity from the tech foul. It's a foul underneath the basket. And it will be Sacred Heart's ball as they look to add to this 8-point lead. Maybe Wellington East with the last 4 points. Just some confidence. Good steal. Thompson Laulu away on the drive. Now they swing the ball out to Patia. Set for this 3. That'll help. And she drops it. Phoenix Patia for 3. And they've scored the last 7 points in the game to bring it back to 5, Stacey, and that's going to force a timeout from Sacred Heart. A good patch here for Wellington East.
Oh, well, look, that's all it takes. 2 big shots and a quick turnaround from a 12-point lead to back down to, what are we now, 5.
7-point run.
So Nixon Pennies wants to go and talk about that.
Let's have a look at that last big basket. Well, we said in the first half, when Phoenix Patia is set, and in fact, you talked about the way she catches the ball. Let's have a look at that again. We'll just bring that replay up again. Look how she catches the ball. Catches the pass, she's ready to go. Gets into her stride. And that is clinical stuff from Phoenix Patia. Going at 15 points a game in this tournament so far. And she's brought them back to within 5. Take us inside the mind of Voldy Simi, the coach, right there. Got the beanie on. That beanie hasn't left his head for 3 days, mind you. He'd be talking with a bit of confidence after the last minute of play.
I think offensively, I think he's probably a little concerned defensively. The things they seem to slacken off a little bit there for a few positions and starting to reach in a little bit. But Hinetakawa Thompson Laulu, she's been outstanding in the last few minutes. Just relentless, great drives. Hit one jump shot on the baseline. Just needs some support when she's driving. The rest of those Wellington East girls need to get in there for the rebound.
Well, we saw yesterday, Hinetakawa Thompson Laulu, that she really is the spark. You know, when she gets going, we start to see some real hard and aggressive movement there. She is on the floor battling away with Haraki McKenzie.
Things getting a little heated up now.
Well, as you said, these two teams know each other well. This isn't their first dance, that's for sure. And that pass missed the mark.
Certainly the momentum's shifted here, Justin.
They can score quickly. We've said it so many times. Wellington East can rattle the points up very quickly. They're on a 7-0 run at the moment. Another basket here. And you can expect them to find some real voice. They're going to have a look, and they're going to have a look from range. Ross Simi nails another 3. That's 3 in a row, Stacey Lambert. And that lead is back to 2.
Sacred Heart just have to stay composed here.
3 threes in a row for Wellington East.
Not sure that was the greatest option for a shot so early in the shot clock.
You add the bonus from the technical, and they are on a 10-0 run, and everything going their way at the moment as Ramira reaches around and fouls. It's back to 2.
I just glanced away from that play, but it looked like we had a handoff and a dive, and we haven't seen much of that. Most of their handoffs and screens, they're popping, which means they're not diving to the basket, they're staying on the three-point line. I'd like to see a few dives, a few rolls to the basket.
Wasn't that long ago that the lead was at 12. The team in blue and yellow have reduced it to just 2. Game on. Just under 15 minutes to play. We're midway through the third. Apineru will get a second look at it here. Can't put it away. Rebound, Thompson, Laulu, Patia, Ross Simi, Patia. Oh, fantastic pass, and what a finish to tie it all up once again. Tate Jones finishes all the good work.
And Coach Nixon on the sideline asking his team to talk, communicate.
44 apiece, 12-zip run by Wellington East, and they come again.
They desperately need a stop here.
Tate Jones, Thompson, Laulu. Now they go to the corner for another big 3. They're just draining them, one after the other. Phoenix Patia, timeout called by Sacred Heart. They need to have a chat because this now is a 15-0 run. Wellington East out by 3. And dare we say it, again, they know how to score quickly. We've just seen them nail, 4 threes, a fantastic layup, and a technical. Let's have a look at the 3 that tied it all up. Patia, Ross Simi, Patia. In fact, it was the transition basket. Fantastic work by Wellington East. What are your thoughts now, Stacey? It's just turned around.
The momentum's certainly swung in favour of Wellington East. And I like how they all walked over to the bench. No excitement. It's like they've done this before. This is just another day in the office.
I must admit, they are a very cool, calm and collected team, aren't they? It's they don't show much emotion.
And we're just looking at Coach Nixon, Penny's here, and he's him too is a very calm, collected man. And I had talked to him before the game, and I loved listening to the philosophy that he has with his team. And he says it's all about building character. And if he can build the character, then his next job is to then try and connect those characters towards the same goal. So let's see how they come out here and try and swing the momentum back their way.
Well, can they respond? It's been a 15-0 run by Wellington East. They were 12 down, it seems like just minutes ago. They're now 3 up. Quite remarkable. Long, deep shot for 3 by Haraki McKenzie. Comes up short, but they will get another opportunity here.
This 1-2-2 zone has become very effective for Wellington East.
Nice little jumper from Davey. And off they go, Wellington East. Can they stretch this lead now? They've got all the running right now. Patia on the step back. She loves this shot, and there it is. Well, we've seen her nail those a couple of times today already. When she gets that forward dribble, step back, and is balanced, rarely does she miss. And that lead is out to 6 now after that Phoenix Patia 3. Thompson Laulu wearing contact, drains another 2, and she'll go to the line for the bonus. This is now a 20-0 run by Wellington East.
They're doing them in 3s, aren't they? Look, Sacred Heart need to get a good position coming down here. They haven't had a lot of good offences coming down. They need to attack the rim. They need to get to the foul line.
They've hit 5 threes in that 20-zip run, Stacey. 5. Don't look like missing at the moment. They need an answer, Sacred Heart.
Open.
Pressure is on. They're all over it. They're away again. That pass won't stick, though. Ruhui Laulau there to pick it off. Believe it or not, from 12 down, it's an 8-point lead to Wellington East. Heading down towards 3/4 time. Look at the pressure. They're all over it. The desperation being shown. Patia on that occasion. Remarkable. Thompson Laulu in. Can't finish. Remeru with the rebound. She'll come forward. She'll go from downtown. Davey steps around, is fouled. She'll go to the line for 2, and maybe this will be Sacred Heart's chance to stop this run. Quite a remarkable turnaround.
Great net recognition there by Davey. She just missed a couple of shots. She had a nice, easy 8-10 footer. Decided to take it to the defense, make the referee make the call, get to the line.
So
always a good way to get the shot going. Get to the foul line, get a couple of free shots.
First points in a long time for Sacred Heart. That stops a 20-zip run by Wellington East.
Sacred Heart have just got to stay confident and keep believing in themselves. It's a 6-point game, despite they're getting slaughtered in this quarter.
Well, mate, you know, the messaging isn't too dissimilar to what we were saying about Wellington East earlier on in this quarter. They've just got to hang in there. From the corner, 3-point attempt, Tate Jones doesn't drop. That's a rare miss this quarter for Wellington East from deep. Rudameru, has some space to go from the corner. Scramble. Possession arrow will go with Wellington East.
I would not be surprised if we see, if Sacred Heart can put a little bit more pressure on the closeouts on these 3-pointers for Wellington East. I can see Sacred Heart coming back, hitting some shots soon.
Well, big finish coming up, no doubt. Foul is called.
Caught napping there, Justin, and coach can't be happy with that. You know, when you're down and when the momentum's not on your way, that's where you've really got to be disciplined, and you can't give up anything easy.
Te Omihi, Prescott at the line for 2. The first one bobbles out. Just over a minute and a half to play in this 3rd quarter. St. Peter's and Rotorua coming up after this game. Second one misses. Davey, rebound, away. Ruhui Laulau finds some space, steps around, left, then right. Can't finish the shot. Phoenix Patia with the rebound. She's had an excellent game. Ramiru with the steal. Back the other way. Davey from range, misses. Rebound by Prescott, and they'll just settle things down here. Thompson Laulu calling a horn set. Receives it back. Back out. Patia is set and hits another one. Wow, what a quarter by Phoenix Patia. We saw a little bit of this yesterday with Wellington East. Her second half was as good as I've seen. And she hasn't disappointed again. What a run in this 3rd quarter. It's a 25-9 quarter for Wellington East. She's going to go again, don't tell me. That time off the back of the iron. inside the last 20 seconds of this third quarter. Romero nowhere to go. Finds some space around on the right. Comes up short with the floater though. Phoenix Patia, long full court pass and finished off underneath by a very appreciative Isabella Tate-Jones. And that will bring an end to what can only be described as an amazing run by Wellington East in that third quarter. At one stage, they were down by 12 points in that third quarter. They're now up by 11 after a 27-9 run. Stacey Lambert.
Oh, what an outstanding shooting display. And not from one player, from a whole range of the whole team. Outstanding. So, well, Sacred Heart have got a big job ahead of them to try and get this momentum back to them. But, you know, you can't... The last player of that quarter just showed that they've dropped their heads. No one got back after Remuera missed that little floater in the lane, and they gave up a layup in the last few seconds. So coach has got to reinstall that belief back into his team that they can come back from this, because it really was just a difference in the shots going down. Who knows? The next quarter could be different.
Well, at least six 3-pointers in that run, in that 27-point quarter. There they are, Wellington East. Geez, they look very relaxed, don't they? And why wouldn't you after a quarter like that?
Yeah.
Down by 12, now up by 11. No fanfare, no fuss.
What is Sacred Heart going to do to be able to get some better shots? That 1-2-2 zone has really cramped up the middle for them, and I'm not able to hit anything on the outside yet.
So the messages at three-quarter time, very relaxed for the team in yellow. Composed. It's almost as if, even when they were 12 down, they felt like it was never in doubt. Just a remarkable turnaround. I have seen, in fact, 12 down to 11 up, that's 23 points. I've seen two 23-point turnarounds in the last two games on this court. Incredible. As Connor O'Fee upstairs would say, that's tournament basketball, Justin. That's what happens in tournaments. All right, here we go. Last quarter. The winner goes through to playoff for 5th. So there's a bit on the line here, as well as a little bit of local bragging rights down in the Wellington region. And right now, it's over to Sacred Heart to see whether they can do what Wellington East did in that third and whether they can come back. They've got a chance with the first shot, and they make the first shot of this fourth quarter, Peter Apaniru. That's exactly the start that they needed.
There we go.
Tate-Jones, baseline drive, delightful. Isabella Tate-Jones answers immediately. Lead restored to 11. Ball on the floor, Rahui Lau. Kennedy into the game. Pass picked off. Back the other way for Wellington East. A rare miss in the second half from outside. Phoenix Patia, Curtis. Patia, she's set. Do I need to say anything else, Stacey?
This is unbelievable.
Do I need to say anything else? When those feet are set, it is knockdown city. What an amazing shooting display by Phoenix Patia. There's a good answer. Apaniru, 62-51, leads at 11. It's where it was at three-quarter time. Wellington East just settling things down now. Advantage team in yellow. Tate-Jones. Patia. Back out. Tate-Jones is set for the three, and it's another one. What a second half shooting display by Wellington East.
And you really got to give Patea credit for a lot of the work she's doing. Breaking down the defense, making the defense help, breaking down the defense, finding the open person.
Ruhui Lau with the basket back the other way for Sacred Heart.
So, yeah, I think Sacred Heart need to keep the ball out of Patea's hand.
Well, that's an understatement. At least close her out, because she's not missing too many. Ruhui Lau will go to the line for 2. This second half, Wellington East from 3 must be going at 60%. Got to be right up there. They haven't missed too many. Incredible shooting display. 12-point margin, back to 11 now.
As a coach, you got to keep those. You got to keep the faith in the numbers and the statistics. And if they had such a great quarter last quarter, then hopefully the statistics will, the percentages will drop. But that will only happen if the defense picks up. If you're shooting wide open shots all day, their percentages will stay high.
Ruhui Lau makes both. 10-point game. So it's not out of reach here. Sacred Heart just need to keep coming. They've gone back into a zone here. And it's a very spread zone, that's for sure. Hard drive to the basket by Tate Jones, draws the foul. I'd like to see Sacred Heart just continue with some pressure up the floor here. Just,
I agree.
Really take it to Wellington East. Try and force a couple of turnovers, because if they can get some back-to-back baskets, bring that margin back to 6 or so, all of a sudden the pressure's back on.
Yeah, very crucial time, the next 2 or 3 minutes for Sacred Heart.
Isabella Tate Jones played another good game.
Hasn't she played outstanding?
Yep, really good. Makes the first. And her team has complete confidence that she will not miss this second, because none of them are lining up for the rebound. They're all down the other end of the floor in defense in front of us at the moment. There's just no way knowing that this is going to miss according to them.
You put the curse on her.
Unbelievable. Unbelievable. 11-point margin. From the corner, Haraki McKenzie.
Great rebound.
Tate Jones. Thompson.
They are a tough team to pressure, Wellington East, because the whole team is agile and able to handle the ball.
Well, they do set good screens for each other too. Like, they do really work together as a team. Thompson, Laulu. Curtis, nowhere to go. Time runs out. And at least that's a positive for Sacred Heart. There's a stop, there's a turnover.
We talked about the next 2 minutes being really crucial for Sacred Heart, and that was a great start.
Well, they've got to score here. They have to keep putting points on the board, and that'll certainly help from Ruhui Lau. She's been instrumental in this quarter. Had a good game. It's back to 8. Foul down on the block.
So a little pass, cut to the basket. Patea set up post, and they're looking to get it inside to her. And Remuera doing a good job to realise that she does not want to let her catch the ball on the post in there.
They're going to stack it up again here. They break out. Where are they going? Coming out to Tate Jones. Inside, Thompson, Laulu. Now Ross Simi up high. Curtis for 3, bobbles around, doesn't drop. Davey with the rebound. Oh, Thompson, Laulu right there to put pressure on. But Ameru gets it back. Can they score again here? It's at 8. Davey for 3. Short, rebound, underneath, and finish by Deborah Tapusi. What a time to make a mark on the game for Tapusi. It's back to 6. Game on, Stacey. Tate Jones misses.
Perhaps rushed that one a little bit.
Let's see what happens here. Remeru has it knocked clear. They'll get the ball under their own basket. Well, you did say they'll come again. That's exactly what's happened. Paraki McKenzie needing some movement. Remeru, long three, misses. And Wellington East will get possession. A couple of substitutions. Davey coming off for a break. Timeout called. And probably a good time for a timeout from Coach Volody Simi. Wellington East got out to a 12-point lead.
12-point, yep.
Now it's back to 6. Been a seesawing game.
Yeah, hard to see which way the momentum's going at the moment. It's feeling pretty even at the moment.
Winner of this game will go through to the 5th placed playoff. Losing team goes through to the 7th placed playoff. Both teams have had their runs in this game.
Very high caliber of play. I'd really look forward to the semi-finals later on today.
Coming your way next on Sky Sport Next, St. Peter's and Rotorua. That's the 9:45 semi-final. 3rd place playoff this afternoon and the grand final. Now those last 2 games, we don't know what the makeup's going to be, but they're going to feature Sacred Heart New Plymouth, Mount Maunganui, St. Peter's and Rotorua, those last 2 games. Who's playing who? Depends on the semi-finals coming up at 9:45. While we're calling the St. Peter's Rotorua game, we will keep an eye on Sacred Heart New Plymouth playing Mount Maunganui. Mount Maunganui have been the surprise packet here, haven't they?
Yeah, first time at the tournament. Still a very young team. Been very impressive. Really looking forward to see how they go in the semi-final today.
So 5:25 to play. Sacred Heart making a run, and there's this full court pressure now. So they've come out of the timeout, getting up the floor. Wellington East out by 6.
That's good.
Game's about to go up another notch. Patia just keeps it in. Curtis swinging the ball wide to Tate Jones. Can't score. Team in red.
Tate Jones just rushed her last 2 shots a little bit.
Back the other way. Heavy contact.
Great defense by Tate Jones. Unlucky not to get a charge there.
Now, whistle's gone just before the shot. This will be interesting because Curtis is down under the basket, and I think that's why they've blown the whistle, but Remeru hit the 3-pointer. The whistle actually went just before the shot.
I think someone's banged her knee and she's hyperextended her knee.
I wonder if it was on that drive by Peter Apineru. I'm not sure if we'll get a complete replay of that. Well, it has. They've counted the basket. So the whistle actually sounded just before the shot was taken. And I think that's a good call by the referees, Stacey, because by that stage, it was so line ball. Nobody had stopped. Nobody had stopped playing defense. So I think that's a good call to allow the basket. It's the right call.
I agree. And I'm sure Coach Nixon Pennies agrees.
Well, here's the replay. I'm sure he does. Let's have a look here. So there's the contact. That's what we thought. Although it was secondary. Curtis was actually second in line there. And the whistle had just gone before the 3. If we go back to that replay, I'm just putting pressure on Rich at the moment. But you'll see that Curtis is actually second in line. It was their own player, Tate Jones, that ended up getting that contact from Apineru and going back into Curtis. So play restarts. That lead is back to 3 now. Well done, though.
Beautiful
by Ross
move
Simi.
by Ross Simi.
Back out to 5. Going to be a big finish in the last 4.5 minutes here. Akura McKenzie, nowhere to go. Rahui Lau with the deep shot, misses. Patia. Thompson Laulu drives in, she's good in this position. Oh, miss. Gets it back. Miss.
She's good in every position.
Rahui Laulau. Remeru inside. Apineru. Little jumper is a good one for Sacred Heart.
Again, all of that coming off Remuera. Penetration, pull it out, pass to the post.
I think that was Tapusi again, so she scored a couple of important baskets in this last quarter. Wellington East respond, 5-point margin. Apineru for 2 at range. Wellington East continue to push. Thompson Laulu. Rossimi just trying to settle things down here. Out by 5. Mercury, hands off. Tate Jones finds a way through, draws the foul, and will go to the line for 2. She's had a wonderful game.
Oh, great
Isabella
smart
Tate
play.
Jones.
Just missed 2 shots, 2 threes, which she kind of rushed a little bit. Came down this end, took a charge, unlucky not to get the charge, in which she injured her teammate.
Took out her teammate.
Goes down the other end, realises her shot's not working at the moment, gets to the line.
The Wellington East bench, I've got to tell you, they are the coolest cats I have seen the last few days. Rarely do they show any emotion on the sidelines. They are just cool, calm, and collected. Whereas Sacred Heart, they're up and making noise for everything in the game. First one misses, second one misses. So some crucial opportunities there go begging for Wellington East, who are now in a zone. Looking to get a steal. Instead, it's a long, deep 3-point attempt. Apineru can't put it away. Thompson Laulu out to the corner. Tate Jones finds a gap, turns it over on the pass. Remeru. Rahui Laulau for 3. In fact, it was Buot, was it, who's come onto the floor. Brings it back to 2. Pressure up the floor. Game on, Patia. May have just been a hands foul there on Apineru reaching in on the pass. And interestingly, Patia down behind play. Back up to her feet now. 2 minutes to go, 2-point ball game. And I've got to tell you, I've got no idea which way this is going to go. What I do know is the scoring has dried up for Wellington East after that 27-point third quarter. Added just the 13 this quarter. Patia, where's some contact? They've run out of time. Off they go, Sacred Heart. Turnover. Loose ball, bodies everywhere. It's a scramble. And a foul has been picked out of that. I think it'll go against Wellington East.
Great drive by Laulau.
There's some
just
sore
lost the
bodies out
handle.
there.
Lost the handle just as she was about to launch into a layup.
There's some players stretching and keeled over. That last play going down like dominoes. Here's Davey in the post. Apineru looking for some space. They're going to get a wide open 3 here off the hands of Rahui Laulau. It's a miss. Wellington East back the other way, push the ball forward. Thompson Laulu couldn't finish. She'll keep it in play. She's got Tate Jones here. Rossimi. They
Well
settle
done.
it down,
Well done.
settle it down. Out by 2. Minute 10 to play. Patia on that step back, steps around for 2, in and out.
Nearly went down.
Big finish, last minute. Who's going to take this semi-final win? Winning team through to the 5th placed playoff from the corner. Long shot, Janina Buot. Couldn't put it away. 45 seconds to play. Wellington East by 2.
That's a good place to go for Wellington East.
Patia back out wide, Tate Jones. In fact, it was Ross Simi. Couldn't hit it. They'll get it back again, though. Mercury kept it in. Here's Tate Jones.
There you go. I'd like to see
Thompson Laulu in to Patia. Forces it back out. Open shot for 3. No, can't put it away.
Patia wasn't looking for the shot. There was no double team coming. I would have loved to see her do a little post move and take a shot there.
Timeout called. In fact, it was a timeout called. How long's left on the game clock? We'll find out once this timeout clock runs through. But it's a 2. There we go. 18.7 seconds, we're being told. 18.7. And it is a Sacred Heart ball. And there it is. Look at the Wellington East bench. They're just calm. Have a look at it. They're okay. They're out by 2.
So they got to come. They need to stop, right? Sacred Heart have the ball.
Yeah, and they've got fouls to give. So, I mean, the smart play here, Wellington East, not on a shot, but use some of this 18 seconds. They can give 2 fouls here. They can actually chew up some time, put the pressure on, look for a steal, but foul. It's okay to foul, provided it's not on a shot.
Yeah, absolutely. As soon as they look like they try and hold off as long as you can, when they look to penetrate, quick foul. Do that twice, you could get them down to probably 5 or 6 seconds.
Well, that's the play for me.
See what defense Wellington East come out in here, but I'd like to see maybe the ball in Remureda's hand, maybe with screening action with Davey.
So here we go, 18.7 seconds to play. Wellington East by 2. Wellington East with 2 fouls to give. There's some contact off the ball. Romero hit the floor. A wide open shot in the end from Apineru. Misses. Thompson Laulu battling for possession. She's fouled, and unlike Wellington East, Sacred Heart have no fouls to give. And Thompson Laulu will walk the court and go to the line for 2. Timeout called by Wellington East. So they definitely are in the favourable position right now, because when we come back out, Thompson Laulu will go to the line for 2. Bit of a mad scramble there, wasn't it? In fact, just before the inbound pass, there was contact, I think, between Patia and Remuera. Yeah. And
which, if that had been a foul, would have led straight, because the ball's not in bounds.
No,
I believe that goes straight to shooting fouls.
Yeah, it would. Yep.
That could have been a big call. Well, Sacred Heart need to secure the rebound, and depending on what happens, whether she makes one when they need a 3. Otherwise, if she misses both, you've got a shot at either a 2 or a 3.
Well, I'll get the message in my ear in a moment to let me know how long to go. The seconds will be low. 11.1 seconds. 11.1. Don't forget, Wellington East, midway through the third, we're down by 12. Let's not forget that. They went on just an incredible run, a 20-0 run at one stage. They had a 27-9 third quarter. But Sacred Heart have come back in this last. Thompson
They've got a chance.
Misses the first. So, yep, game on. 11.1. Wellington East, 2 fouls to give. Sacred Heart, nothing to give. Thompson Laulu misses the second. That's a big rebound by Chloe Mercury. And they come up with possession. How big was that rebound?
Look, I was going to comment on that before, Justin.
Let's have a look at this. That's a huge rebound in between 2, and she would not let go of that ball for anything.
Oh, that could have secured the win for them there.
That's as tough as it gets. Sorry, as you were saying,
A few
Stacey.
plays earlier, Wellington East weren't lining up. Remember, you made a comment
Yes.
and had confidence in their shooter, which I just really don't like to see because, I mean, like every rebound is a possession. As you see there, she's just possibly won the game for them with that rebound.
Huge rebound. 2 to beat and gave away height. Not only that, see if you can bring up the replay again. Of those 3, she's the shortest one in there. Oh, that is... Not sure if you've ever heard the saying. I love telling people this this Aussie saying. That's G&D right there. Do you know what G&D is?
No, G&D.
Guts and determination.
Guts and determination. Love it.
Right there. And not only dragged down the rebound, Chloe Mercury, but possession arrow sits with Wellington East. So out by 2. They've just missed 2 opportunities from the foul line. Chloe Mercury's just come down with the rebound of the game. And they've got possession. They're going to stack it up. 9.3 seconds to play. 2-point game. Team in yellow leads. In the stack, ball comes into Patia. She's fouled, and she'll go to the line for 2. 1 second off the clock. So now it's back to this pressure game from the foul line. 1's handy. 2, game over, you would think. What a game Phoenix Patia has played. Never in doubt. Makes the first.
Quite a smart outbound and inbounds play, really. Only would look to do a short pass, not a long pass, because a long pass could have led to a steal and a fast break.
I don't think Sacred Heart have got a timeout to give here either, so we're going to have to move. 4-point game. Tough from here, 8 seconds. Pressure's up the floor. Smart play by Wellington East to put the pressure up, and there's the turnover. Of course, Wellington East had fouls to give, so no problems in putting the pressure up the floor. Very, very smart play. And that'll be game over. Isabella Tate-Jones will go to the line here to finish it all off with a couple of seconds to play. Incredible comeback by Wellington East. And they'll finish this game off. They will advance to the playoff for 5th. As Tate-Jones makes the first.
Only apt that we finished the game with Tate-Jones on the foul line. She's had an outstanding performance.
Next game coming up very, very soon. 9:40, we're back with St. Peter's and Rotorua. Second is a make for a 6-point margin. That'll be game over. So well done to Wellington East. What a game though, Wellington East and Sacred Heart. A lot to enjoy about that one, Stacey. But in the end, Wellington East get it 74-68. Great start to day 3. Talk us through that game. There's a lot of action both ways. Good performance by both teams.
What a fantastic game. First off today here in the Central Energy Trust Arena. Wellington East Coast College just proved that they're the #1 team in Wellington with an outstanding third quarter, an amazing display of 3-point shooting. Really just showed that they need to never give up. A great comeback from Sacred Heart in the fourth quarter. Unfortunately, just couldn't quite get there. Some outstanding performances from Janina Buot, Jordana Davey, and for me, Rumuera. Just loved how she controlled her team. Awesome floor general. And Wellington East, well, Laulu, Ross Simi, Mercury, Patia, all had outstanding games. Just their ability to break down the defense off the dribble, find the open person, and their ability to knock down the 3 was the difference in this game. So both teams will have another game later on today. Now on court here we have St. Peter's Cambridge warming up against Rotorua Girls High School. So the first semi-final was due to tip off at 9:45. We're 10 minutes away from that. Get ready for an exciting afternoon of basketball. We're heading over to an interview with Justin now.
Thanks, Stacey. Tia Calais Romero. What a game. Just incredible. Didn't get the win, but gee, it was a seesawing battle. Must have been a lot of fun. Looked like a lot of fun out there.
Yeah. It was pretty fun. Yeah, we played with them back in Wellington. They're our rivals back in Wellington, so yeah, it's always a good game with them.
And that third quarter, out by 12 at one stage, and then all of a sudden they just kept landing those 3-pointers, and not a lot you can do when you're shooting like that. They were just getting them one after the other, and they wrestled control. But the last quarter effort, I've got to tell you, right back in it, it was a thrilling finish.
Yeah, that's right.
Has the team enjoyed the 3 days here?
Yep. I think this is everyone's first tournament out since COVID, so yeah, quite good to get out with the team and have a little bonding back at the hotel and everything, so yeah.
Well, good on you. Look, that was a great game. A lot of fun to watch early in the morning. Good luck this afternoon. I know you've still got one game to go, so get over there with the team and good luck this afternoon.
Thank you.
Well done. Rightio, let's talk to one of our favourites, of course. Chloe Mercury comes in. Chloe, what a game!
Oh, tēnā koe. Thank you. It's difficult to perceive.
Quite amazing. I mean, that third quarter turnaround, just incredible. Those 3-pointers, it's just from 12 points down, who would have thought? And then all of a sudden, out to 12 points. They did come at you late again, but a fantastic team effort.
He nui te wairua ki kino I wainui ngā tima e rua, mai toa te whanganui ātara. Engari, nā tō mātou kaha ki te ātawhai ki te toa, I toa ai tātou. This Sacred Heart team has been our rival since Wellington. We've played them about 6 or 7 times throughout the year, and to be honest, we hate playing them because they're just so tough. But in the end, it's what we do on the court and what we do at practice that gets us to where we are, and that's winning.
And on the sidelines, the team just looks so cool, calm and collected the whole time. Rarely does this team show emotion. They're just in the moment, in the game, and very, very balanced.
I etahi wa e tae ana mātou ki te maui taua waiora haumaru I ngā wā katoa ana te mea. E tika ana kia pai ai, hea te kupu, e tika ana kia pai ai te kōrero mā te rātu tima. Mā kaua e taua wairua ki kino. We like to remain, at times we would like to remain humble against all teams, and because they're such a good team, it's not good to just boast about it. I remain humble, I guess.
Now, really important question to finish it all off, because it was a great game. That rebound at the end, that was an amazing rebound in amongst 2 players, 2 taller players, and for us it was probably the game-saving rebound of the contest. That was remarkable. Well done.
Oi, mataku rawa hau, nunui rawa te rau kōtiro, kai tākoro Aotearoa anō ki. I was very, very scared. Not only am I short, but she's also a New Zealand player. I'm not. Yes, but I guess it's my hustle that got me there.
Good on you, Chloe. It was great to see. We loved it. Well done. Great win. Good luck this afternoon. Playoff for 5th. We wish you all the best. Well done on a magnificent comeback and that big rebound. Well done.
Thank you so much.
Good on you, Chloe Mercury, joining us there from Wellington East. Coming up next, we go up another level. St Peters and Rotorua, they're playing off for a chance to be in this afternoon's grand final. Join us very, very soon on Sky Sport Next.